Praise y'all, what's good? Welcome into my next live vocal recording session. All right, we're gonna start soon. Let's wait on some people to jump in here. Yeah, welcome in. Come in the chat, let's hang out. What I got on the agenda is recording my next song. So it's something I gotta do. And yeah, I wanna share it with y'all. Yeah, just go ahead. We got NPC Live. Gonna be doing a song on here. And we got this angle back. Gonna try it out. It's been a minute. So yeah, what is good with y'all? Let's, like it is on most of these streams, let's have a nice little casual hangout conversation about whatever music related, life related. If you're a dad, we can talk about that. Just to, the daily grind. But yeah, that's what I got on the agenda. So the song that I'm working with today, I actually have been letting sit on my drive probably for like over a year. And I actually did a live stream where I was attempting to record this song on the SP404 Mark II. And then I gave up on that, went and did a bunch of other songs. Not a bunch, but I've probably a handful of songs since I did that stream. So hopefully, I think I'm going to be a lot more successful trying to do it on the MPC since that's what I do. And I've been pretty productive with doing that. So Chocolate Boy Swagger, what's up? Greetings to you, man. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, so the month is almost up. And I'm due for another song since it's been part of my goal for a while now to get a song in. Finished and uploaded once a month. I was a little more casual last month. I was doing like the first of every month for a couple months, and I kind of skipped over that this month. But I did get it in. So I want to get another one in. This one is nearly finished anyway, so it's going to be a lot easier. I got the verses. The thing about this one is I wrote these verses way before I actually made this beat. The hook came later, so it's kind of different from how I usually or have been working, or what I've found that'd be the most productive, which is come up with the music and a hook kind of simultaneously and then write verses from there. I wrote these, I don't know, I probably wrote these lyrics a long time ago. Then I shared them in one of my rhythm and poetry videos on top of it was like a Tupac beat. Which one was it? Keep Your Head Up. And so yeah, I don't want to put these verses away. So I got some verses like that and some other videos too, which I think I'm going to share on my TikTok soon. And then I'm going to take those verses and like make instrumentals and hopefully turn them into songs. So yeah, before we get too deep into this stream, I do want to give y'all a word from my sponsor, which is me. Hey, real quick, if I can grab your attention before we get into the content and have you head into the description where there'll be a link to my sample pack store. This is a great way you can support the channel, get something in return. If you ever found any kind of value from what I do over here and you're an MPC user or an SP44 Mark II user, I specialize in packs for that. I also got some free stuff over there, so please do head over and feel free to download those. All right. Cool. And by the way, the instrumental for this song, it's very simple. It contains like 3 different sounds. And they all come from this sample pack. I Stole These Sounds. It's a $10 kit, which is for the SP and the MPC. Yeah, so this kit has a bunch of one-shots. I've made them into key groups from the MPC. It has 10 drum kits, 70 samples in all, kick, snare, rolls, closed hat, open hat, shaker. So you get those 10 MPC programs. You get 47 one-shots that'll work in the SP as well. And then you get the key group programs, which are like bread and butter type stuff, the stuff that I like: bass, keys, strings, flutes, synths, brass, etc. And then there's a bonus 10 audio drum loops and 4 MPC patterns. So I made some drum loops and I left some of the MIDI patterns in there. And then actually this beat that I'm talking about today, that I'm working with for this song, was made up of one of the patterns. And so I just really chopped one of the, I think that was it. That was one of the drums. And then, like I said, it's only, and then this was, let's see, what is this one called? I don't know if it says, this is a clavinet. So this is the I Stoley Sounds Keys clavinet sample. So that's it. And then kind of my go-to bass. And that was it. So this is the sound of it. So sometimes, I mean, the simplest beats kind of compel you to write. In this case, I wasn't compelled to write, other than the hook. So I wrote the hook to this, and then I felt like the verses that I had already worked with it. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty repetitive, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the hook in. I had started it, but for some reason it was kind of choppy, so it was like, yeah. That's a little loud. Release these. Yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah. So that's kind of the idea I had, like with SM7B, I think. But now I want to redo it because I've got the Rode and want a consistent sound. Yeah. And I gotta fill in the gap. So I'm just gonna, well, I got two sections here, and I'm gonna do two slightly different versions of the hook. They're 8 bars each, and then I have a verse. I got 2 verses here. So I have 2 verses to record. And usually what I do is I'll go and I'll do a tactical MIDI. I appreciate that, man. Good word. Thank you for the support on that. So what I usually do is I'll go into song mode from here and create a song. Not from here. Usually if I got the hook ready, that's the point where I go into song mode. But I'm not going to do that today. And actually that works sometimes when you have, sometimes the verses will work out where they overlap with the hook. But in this case, my verses are slightly short of 16 bars and they don't hit on the one or prior to the one. Sometimes that's a good vibe to do that, and it kind of adds to the cohesiveness of the song and the transition of the song. If you got like the lyrics on the hook and then they kind of overlap, I don't know if you know what I mean, with the verse. In this case, I'm more starting off like, it's kind of sad, but we'll be damned as long as shackle bodies change. How this body be the best. So I don't start on the one. I think that's how I've been writing most of my verses. Like kind of like on an upbeat there. I don't know if that's what you call it. Yeah, on an upbeat. So I'm not even gonna song mode this yet because I can easily just record my hooks and my verses to these smaller sequences and then piece it together later and then kind of sprinkle in some things to make it sound smooth. So yeah. One thing I do want to add is a little reverb to this. And I would be using my MIDI mix, but this is an old project, so I don't have it all mapped up together working for this. I think it would be cool if there was a way that you can like put a template over an existing project. I feel like you can do that in DAWs, like on a computer. I feel like I've seen that somewhere, but not really with the MPC. So come on, get in the chat. Let's talk about something. We can talk about, you guys can watch. We can talk about other stuff in the meantime, because I like to kind of take breaks when I do a take and I get tired. I don't want to do like a heck of takes over and over and be unsatisfied with it. It's going to make me sick of doing what I'm doing. So have you guys seen, let's just put another subject in there since you guys aren't really talkative on this matter. Have you all seen, did you see that email from AKAI about getting a free plugin in November? Yeah, Chocolate Boy Swagger, this is the first live I'm using. So this is what I'm going to be using for a minute now. I really wanted one of the lives with the, as you can see it now from this angle, you can see how fat the pads are. They're the super fat pads from MPC Stuff. Shout out to Mike over there. Hooked this up for me, and I did pay for it, but you know, it gave me a pretty nice deal, I think. But yeah, man, I got the live one kind of. I don't know, like I get really geeked and nerdy about limitations, and then so when I seen everybody get the Live 3, I missed an opportunity to grab one, which I was excited about getting, and I still look forward to trying it out. But it made me kind of go the other way, and I'm like, yo, there's a lot you can do with this, because everybody's like, oh, raving about how much more power there is, and how it's now like a complete standalone where you don't even have to mess with a computer. But that's been my mindset the whole time, and the Live is really just as powerful as any of the other MPCs, really, aside, I guess, from the exception of the Live 3, which has quite a big upgrade as far as processing and RAM and all that. So, and I guess so. Yeah, so I want to lean into kind of doing some of the workarounds, kind of, you know what I mean, like for using something like this for the folks that might have this, or also just as a suggestion, like I was saying a couple streams back, that this is still great, and it's probably the best value for your money as far as like portability and power, because the difference in price between a Live 3 and a Live OG, like the first Live right here, is like $1,500. That's a big difference. So you can get started making full songs, and that's just something that I guess I'm out to prove, maybe in a way, because I've been doing it, and I like that idea. So that's what I'm doing. There is another plugin. I don't know what it is yet. I think I might next stream. I might kind of cover it. Maybe do some speculation. That sounds like fun. I think there's an image out there, like a blurred image where they're kind of teasing what it is. So we'll see. But yeah, keep the conversation going. And I am going to set this up. Try to get this like a nice little like picture-in-picture thing going on. And there we go. How's that? I'll get my chat window up. Shugito, what's good? Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what it is. Some people were speculating that it might be some sort of retro kind of vintage processing plugin. And someone alluded to, like, because with the blurred image, it kind of looks like it might be some sort of a reel-to-reel type design. I'm not so sure, though. It does have, like, these two little round spool-looking things, but they look kind of small to be a reel-to-reel. All right. Let's see if we can get this hook in. I wanted to and then put a reverb on. Gotta go into this returns. I don't know why that didn't move over to the returns. That's not cool. Should have done that. That's why it's good to have this all set up. And I do, just like my workflow has evolved, and I've added like the MIDI mix and programmed that. You know, the old projects are kind of lagging because I can't do all this stuff that I didn't think of before. So return one, effects. I don't even have a reverb on here. Crazy. Yeah, reverb. I didn't take the opportunity. Like a lot of times, these new plugins will come out, whether instruments or effects, and I'll click on the the trial for 10 days, and then 10 days will pass, and I didn't even check them out. So that's kind of what happened with me with the Pro Pack. I downloaded all the trials, and then they were up before I knew it. I just blinked my eyes, and they were gone. So I did want to try the Air Pro Reverb, but oh well. Okay, so that's on there. Tracks. Look. I don't know why that doesn't move back automatically to my tracks in the mixer when I do that. That sucks. Okay. All right, sense. Check. There you go. Yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Singing praises to the Most High. I'm trying to get a good tone out of just my MPC, but it's not quite where I want it right now. So I'm gonna pull up Mixbox real quick and see if I like the tone a little bit better. What do you think will be the order of the following MPCs coming out? And is there any part from the Live 3 you'd be interested in? Check. Hold on a sec. Check. Yeah. That's almost too much. Yeah. I think the next thing that I'm gonna upgrade, and I could use some help. Maybe I'll wait till like B Jammin comes in here. Any of you who use like maybe Crazy Wabbit, any of you guys out there use like an iPad as a big part of your workflow of music and stuff. I seriously want to think about switching out my iPad and getting a newer one. So that'd be cool if one of y'all could help me, or a few of you can help me. Like, just go on like Amazon and pick out a good one, and because I really don't know about specs when it comes to stuff like this. I knew some general things like what having more RAM means, or faster processor, but that's just a general knowledge. So I really don't know what I'm looking for. Just want something newer. Yeah. I don't know if I like this any better. Let me turn it off. I do want to just get a nice solid channel strip, independent of needing anything outside of the MPC and a mic. So your question was anything about the Live 3 that you'd be interested in? I am interested in. The main thing I'm not interested in is like the form factor getting bigger. That's not something that I'm excited about, because it makes a huge bit of difference, even just like using this versus the Live 2, carrying around like a big Magma case. Like, so I carry a backpack around just with my other stuff when I go to work, and then I got the Live 2, I carry this thing around, and this is pretty heavy, and it's kind of just, it's not something to complain about. It's, I guess, a good problem to have when you got nice things. But yeah, and then I also carry a lunchbox. So that versus, slightly lighter, and then I got this bag that the Live fits in, and I just put that on my bag. So it's a lot easier. I want portability, so that's something that I'm still hoping for, and I don't think the Live is, obviously, as we see, the Live just keeps becoming bigger and bigger. But I am interested in, now that I'm, I've always been wanting to explore composing too. I guess that's been one of the biggest limitations for me, or frustrations, when trying to compose with the MPC, is the speed at which it is able to move through instruments. That's all it is, really, because it's not a big deal. So it's kind of an excuse because it's more about the workflow of finding sounds, you know, the discovery process of going through and seeing what sounds good. So, yeah, I think I would, because just yesterday or on Sunday, I just created a new live stream concept called Soul Sample Sessions, where I'm going to be practicing just making my own soul samples that I could later chop up. So the more I get into that and doing those streams and exploring that, I'm sure the live 3 is going to be real interesting to me. And then on top of that too, the mic. I'd love to have the mic, but having the built-in mic for convenience, but the added size, not so much. I like the look of some of the track navigation you get from the step sequencer, but I really am not interested in the step sequencer at all. Like I think it would have been great if they could make like a couple different models of a live. Like I wish that Live Mini was a thing. And literally I would be happy. It would be awesome if they just made the Live 2 miniature and made it, gave it the RAM upgrade, the processor upgrade, not all the step sequencer buttons and all that stuff. I could do without that. And then another thing, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, because of the RAM, I am very interested in the RAM and the processor because I've heard the improved stems, and I'm very interested in using the stems. Yeah, Shigita, you ended up getting it? I'm sure you did, right? I mean, you're the one that posted all. You got firsthand look at like all those official pictures. The Live 3 is pretty chunky, but for me, perfect for around the flat and home. Where are you at, Shugito? I don't hear a lot of people using the word flat out in the States. Maybe one day we can still hope for the MPC Mini. Yeah. Yeah, I hope so, but yeah. Oh, I won't even. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have fun with the samples. I got the one-shot instruments, and did you get the vinyl one-shot instruments? Which one did you get? Okay. When you said stolen drums, there's one called I Stole These Sounds. I don't know if I made one called I Stole These Drums, unless it's I Stole These hi-hats one, which is mainly a drum kit. I like that one. That was one of my my favorite because it really changed how I do things as far as sampling. When I make my drum kits, I used to have drum kits that just had a single sample. So that I Stole These hi-hats one takes breaks and chops like 4 different hats out of it and layers them and cycles them. So, but yeah, about the Live 3, those are mainly the things that interest me. Getting into composition, having a smoother workflow. I don't necessarily need 32 plug-in instrument tracks. 8 is probably enough for me, but it'd be cool to explore the stems. I don't really care so much about time stretch. I don't really use it, but it could be useful. Maybe I would if, maybe I don't use it because it's kind of horrible as is, like the warp. So I use a lot of I'm happy that the MPC put the repitch in there because that's something I use a lot in the SP. So that's a great thing to see. But yeah, those are the main things. All right. Yeah. I guess I could work on the tone after and do some mixing after. Let's see. Yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah. Hallelujah. Yeah. Yeah. Kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled by these chains. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled by these chains. I'm gonna delete this verse and then. Just copy this one. Copy. Oh yeah, copy track. Boom. And name this verse. Okay, verse. Oh, doesn't need to be called verse one, just verse. Okay, what am I doing? Then hook. Leave on auto. Auto. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled by these chains. How this body be the boundaries. Okay. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled by these chains. How this body be the boundaries. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the ground. Gotta hold imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. Gotta hold imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate. Check. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled by these chains. How this body be the boundaries. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the ground. Gotta hold imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of fake and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled by these chains. How this body be the boundaries. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the ground. Gotta hold imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted, that you feed. Imagine if you chanted about peace, then maybe peace would be a tree that grew and never took nothing for granted. Always gave its fruit for free. Imagine that, a free revolving planet. Yeah. One second, fellas. Should have thought of that earlier. Okay. Added. You want to take it back over there? Bella. Hey. Is it working? Okay, take it to the room so I can get these recordings clean. Thank you. Love you.
I love you too.
Okay. I stole these drums. I don't remember what I stole these drums is. Did you get the breaks? I hope you didn't get the breaks. The breaks are kind of stole these drums. There's not one call I stole these drums. I stole these hi-hats. That one. Where the heck is... Did my camera freeze, fellas? Oh, no. Hold on a second. I think my camera froze. Can y'all hear me? Hopefully the whole stream didn't freeze. But I'm not getting an update. Let me know if y'all can hear me. That would really be appreciated because I had to jump out the app and go into the Family Link app to add some tablet time for my daughter. Check, check. All right, let's switch this. Okay, this camera looks like it's live. Can y'all see me and all that? Maybe I just paused the video. Okay, and you can see me? I mean, I wouldn't want the okay. So it looks like I got the camera, I got both angles good now. It just froze when I went out the app. Let's see. This I got it. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a huge upgrade from the Key 37. Much faster, and I love having speakers on it. I don't really use the step sequences far, but for triggering effects, I find it a lot. Are you using it to like move between your tracks? Tactical MIDI. I'll get them all because I have very few lo-fi style kits. Appreciate it, man. If you're gonna grab them all, there are some there are some what's it called, bundles in there. You can save a little. I appreciate that though, man. Easier to set up. I'm in Berlin, by the way. Oh, okay, cool. Nice, man. Everything on the live feed is just better. You won't look back once you get one. Workflow is super quick. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, you know. That's what I'm afraid of. Like I'm sure it's gonna be this, but more powerful. So I just wish they made a small version of it. You know. Also, the pads are very nice. See, the pads, they seem cool, but to me, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hating right now. I'm not really hating. I'm just like not super like compelled for it. But I do see, like, for some of the drumming stuff, like I don't want like 16. I don't want note repeat on my pads. It's not something that I'd really use. Maybe I would, I guess. You know, get something in there real quick, just trying to program something. But I like to finger drum, so. But I do think that like having like some like the filter kind of sweep things, that seems pretty useful. That would be very useful for like doing transitions, like intros and stuff, without a lot of setup. But yeah, I mean, you still do have to set up a lot of that, I think, right? But AKAI gives you some expansions, right, that just come with some templates that have all that stuff pre-made for you. Oh, they feel like bricks using the Key 37 now? Interesting. Yeah, so I mean, I got the fat pads, you know, because I wanted something a little bit more sensitive. I understand what you're saying. Some of the best pads as far as sensitivity goes that I've ever used have been on a Sonicware machine, the Sample Check and the Lo-Fi 12XT. I love those little pads. You know, I never had to go in to like the pad settings and adjust any of the settings because they're just that good, like right off the bat. Let me see. I wanted to just show the super fat pads again, if I can keep this camera legit. So I dropped my camera on the floor and it broke, so I had to super glue it. Now it's not quite working how it used to. I guess that'll do. So what were you saying? I appreciate that on the beat, Hero. Very simple beat, like I was saying earlier. 3 different sounds: a break from my pack, a clav type sound from the pack, the same pack, and then and my go-to bass from that same pack. Clear as day. Audio sounds good. I hope. Crazy Wabbit, what's good? I'm glad you're in here, and I'm glad B Jam and you're in here, because I wanted to talk about iPads again. Maybe y'all can help me like browse for one. Just want to get a good idea of what I need. Woke up. World needs a hero. Just woke up. What part of the world you in, man? Are you in the U.S.? Yep, the pad's thicker than a Snicker. Super fat pads for sure. Always wanted them. Finally got them, and I'm happy with them. iPad Oro? Did you mean Pro? The iPad Gold, bro? iPad Oro. Yeah, we're sure. All right. Let's try to actually record here. This has been more of a goof off for a minute here. Okay. I'll bring up my lyrics too. Check, check.
It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as
I gotta work on that delivery.
It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. Side his body be the
It's kinda sad, but we'll be down.
It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. Side his body be the boundaries. Keep our souls from elevate in front of root up to the ground. Gotta hold imagination, can't you see? So picture the world free of hate and make it be, because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted, that you feed. Imagine if you chanted about peace, then maybe peace would be a tree that grew and never took nothing for granted. Always gave its fruit for free. Imagine that, a free revolving planet. But every man is reaching for that fruit that's for himself. You see him planting, building up his wealth just for himself and knowing more. But who would be the hand that guard itself to feed the one in need? But we forgot the poor. You see, the one who does unto the least of these, my brethren, has done it unto me, says the Lord. Yeah.
Verse 2. Let's just go on this other one and see if I can get this down.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit. And that's because the ego takes a seat upon his throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own. Making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material, we gods made of stone.
Ooh, stuttered.
Ego takes a seat upon his throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own. Making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material. Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit. And that's because it takes a seat upon his throne, saying we don't need no God, we can. Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit. And that's because the ego takes a seat upon his throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own. Making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bones. So we glorify him.
Stuttered. Stuttered. Excuse me.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit. And that's because the ego takes a seat upon his throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own. Making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material, we gods made of stone. I praise Yah and Yah alone.
Shoot. I think I'm getting better at writing where I actually, like, not that I have to think about it consciously now, but I'm writing the breaths into my raps versus like this. I can tell in like some of my raps in the past like year, it's quite a breathful, you know.
Now I'm talking about these devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love.
See that?
Kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. So not even about. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. Inside his body be the boundaries. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the crown. Got a whole imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted, that you feed. Imagine if you chanted about peace, then maybe peace will be a tree that grew and never took nothing for granted. Always gave his fruit for free, imagine that, a free revolving planet. But every man is reaching for that fruit just for himself, you see him planet. Building up his wealth just for himself and no one more. But who would be the hand of God itself to feed the one in need? Well, we forgot the poor. You see the one who It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. Inside his body be the boundaries. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the crown. Got a whole imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted, that you feed. Imagine if you chanted about peace, then maybe peace will be a tree that grew and never took nothing for granted. Always gave his fruit for free, imagine that, a free revolving planet. But every man is reaching for that fruit just for himself, you see him planet. Building up his wealth just for himself and no one more. But who would be the hand of God itself to feed the one in need? Well, we forgot the poor. You see the one who doesn't. Let me get this camera on. Kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. By his body be the boundary. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the crown. Got a whole imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted, that you feed. Imagine if you chanted about peace, then maybe peace will be a tree that grew and never took nothing for granted. Always gave his fruit for free, imagine that, a free revolving planet. But every man is reaching for that fruit just for himself, you see him planet. Building up his wealth just for himself and no one more. But who would be the hand of God itself to feed the one in need? But we forgot the poor. You see the one who does unto the least of these, my brethren, has done it unto me, says the Lord. Yeah, it's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. By his body be the boundary. Keep our souls from elevating from the root up to the crown. Got a whole imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate and make it be. Because your thoughts are vibrations, every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted, that you feed. Imagine if you chanted about peace, then maybe peace will be a tree that grew and never took nothing for granted. Always gave his fruit for free, imagine that, a free revolving planet. But every man is reaching for that fruit just for himself, you see him planet. Building up his wealth just for himself and no one more. But who would be the hand of God itself to feed the one in need? But we forgot the poor. You see the one who does unto the least of these, my brethren, has done it unto me, says the Lord. Says the Lord, yeah, yeah. It's kinda, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that was already there. Wrong track.
Yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah.
Not great, nah.
Yeah.
On.
Singing praises to the Most High, yeah, Most High, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Singing praises to the Most High. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's a rough one. I guess we'll come back. Let me. Kind of happy with that first verse. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. By this body be the boundary. Keep our souls some elevate in front of rule to the crown. Gotta hold imagination, can't you see? Do the second one. This one I don't have completely memorized. Pro M1 is solid enough. iPad mini if you want to go smaller. I might. One thing I'd like to know if there's any good solid like docking stations for the mini or for the Pro one, which will give you like a few USBs, HDMI out, and then like just I guess charge capabilities. I'd rather use a dock than have like one of the right now I got like an adapter hub. So I'm trying to remember what it was. I mean, as I know, like I lose connection on this one. It's old Lightning connector. I don't have HDMI, so those are two things. The third reason why I'd want to get it is being able to get updated apps. And the HDMI one's big because I'd like to be able to show what I'm looking at on my streams in my videos. And yeah, just so I could like if I was like maybe just even sampling something off the internet, the HDMI signal can go in there. Whatever I'm displaying, that would be super useful. I mean, right now I got it working with this, and that's how I look at stuff on the stream, which is fine. But it'd be cool to just have it all in one. Is there a significant like price difference for the mini versus the Pro M1? Like, are the minis cheaper, or are they about the same? And are they like the same power, just smaller? I would not mess with an iPad mini for serious production work. Mess around, cool, pro around, pass. Okay, well, the main reasons that I'd want it would be just to download some of the instruments, and I'm not doing the production on the iPad. It's more of like an add-on to the MPC, because I'm always gonna go to MPC, or I might use the SP because I like using that too. But it would be sounds and I guess vocal processing and sampling, internet usage, mainly. And mainly just in my studio. I'm not like, I don't take the iPad around and like use it for internet and watching videos or anything. It's just my studio related browsing. I'll go on the internet and set up my streams, get links and add stuff and whatever, and that kind of deal. Pretty simple, but yeah. Oh. Assuming you want to use it as a sound source or for Koala. Yeah, sound source, like I said. I don't really use Koala. Yeah. I don't know, I don't know. I like Koala. I like the idea of it, and it's one of those things where I think it's super dope because it's like the greatest value for going in, like starting production for sure. Yeah, iPads get long in the tooth. If the budget is there, go for new or give yourself that headroom. Hobbyists love to say, bro, my stuff is good from 1984. Define your objective, then you know what you need to get. No, not what I say to get. Yeah, I just want to like maybe a little direction on making sure I'm not getting something that's outdated. Although, I mean, I think I'm going to be good because I'm using an Air 2 with Lightning connection. And I like it.
So really, I mean, I don't think I really need much because this serves the purpose of Mixbox and some of the instruments like Sample Tank and Korg Module Pro. So really, I mean, that's all I want is something that maybe something that's USB-C, so I could easily find an adapter to have like my HDMI and more USB. That's the main thing, and it's something that's gonna have a solid connection. Because when I bump this, it just goes out. My mic just disappears, and then you'll hear this little clicking like it's trying to connect. So that's really the main thing. And then like being able to check out different apps and just try them out. Trying to do that on this, it's not compatible because it's too old of a iOS firmware. See, I'm really not asking for much. Just I guess just something newer, and I'd be good. Basic music making, the M1 is solid. I don't think he's using it for video production. No, not video production. If it's primarily for music, you can get by with a lot more. Meaning you need less to get by. I used to be on mine daily, but now I use the iPhone more. I can make pro sounding music on an iPhone as long as I got Koala and AUM. I don't think AUM works with this, so like I explore more. Like if I had AUM, that's you can like bring in different apps right to AUM. So if I wanted to like sequence Sample Tank and Korg Module Pro like simultaneously with my MPC, would that be what I'm looking for so that I can have different channels? And is that what the purpose of AUM partially would be, or is it more of a like a mixer? Like Still Life, what is good? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Wab. That's what I've been saying. Like even after the live too, it does look tiny, and that's a funny conversation because it's always like that saying the grass is always greener kind of. It's all relative. Like I myself used to complain about, yo, this thing doesn't fit in any backpacks. It's awkward and huge, and that's just kind of a ridiculous thing when you look at it relative. So to even older MPCs and then like the new live 2 and 3. So I appreciate it quite a bit. Yeah, it does look compact. Exactly. See, I made a video like, and I do this all the time. Like I've probably owned like 4 different MPC lives on different occasions. And I remember when I had the black MPC live too, and I sold that, and I had found one on the internet, a used one that had a retro skin on it, and that actually had gray pads on it that were upgraded. I think they were fat pads. I'm not sure. They kind of looked almost normal, but they were gray. So I was geeked about that. And then I made a video where I was actually kind of like, it was kind of clickbaiting. I was like, this is the MPC Live Mini. And now it is. It's what it has become. Yeah, it's like AKAI dropped a mini MPC without releasing one. Go get you one. It's $500. Good luck on docking stations. More of those and opinions out there. So there's a lot of them, is what you're saying? I'm looking at the M5 Pro, but I won't be able to make a purchase until May at the least. Maybe the M6 will come out by then. See, I was hoping to go on Amazon and find like a nice used one that maybe is like a couple years old, that has USB-C. Like, I mean, if I'm getting by with this mainly and only have a few complaints, then I'm sure that would be cool. Because it's not like I'm not trying to spend a whole bunch of money. Like, can you get like a decent, like maybe couple-year-old, 3-year-old iPad for like under $300? Because I don't think I'd want to spend more than that. When I got this for free, and it's serving me some, its applications. For me, it's about the feel of the pads with the 3D technology. I still have to play around with that a bit more with it. Yeah, if they give like if they do like chord strumming with the pads on the instrument plugins, then I would be pretty geeked, man. I think when I do get a Live 3, my hands on it, my composition is gonna, like, output is gonna be a lot bigger, because at this point I just really sample everything. Just do a lot of chopping and writing. Okay, then go mini, cheaper as long as you're not trying to rely on it for heavy lifting. Yeah, okay. I say 11 inches is a perfect iPad size. Mini is my daily driver, but that is me, works great. I think mini would be good too, because then I would take it along with me, possibly, to get the vocal processing on the go. Mini, I try call a new man. If your iPad gets toast, that's it. No, man, if your iPad. Strongly recommend USB-C for those with the Live 3 if you're going to consider an iPad. Getting an older iPad is cool, but to your point, you find an app you love, it's a risk you take. They don't keep it up to date. Yeah, when did they start putting USB-C in, like, all the iPads? AOM is a virtual mixer, allows you to host multiple apps in one use case. That's what I was kind of thinking. So I would be able to use it for multiple virtual instruments and just assign them to different MIDI channels. For what you're doing, Raul, no need to get the latest and greatest. Under 300 might be a stretch for a 2 to 3 year old good iPad, but they might be out there. I mean, I don't know how old, like maybe like 4 or 5 year old. Do they put USB-C on those? All right. Well, I gotta, stick to the plan here. Then maybe I'll do that next. So go browse around a little bit. Yeah.
It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. By this body be the boundary. Keep our souls some elevate in front of root up to the crown. Got a whole imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of fake and make it be, because your thoughts are vibrations. Every word is real. It's like a seed that you planted at your feet. Now I'm talking about those devils on that. Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love. It's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon his throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own. Making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify material. We gods made of stone. Yeah,
that's where the flow kind of messes.
Self-promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify material. We gods made of stone. Yeah. Gods made us material. We gods made us glorify material. What's forgotten is ethereal, also known. Maybe I'll just skip it there. Got it. Glorify material. What's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit. The world says. Let me get a thumbs up. Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love. It's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own. Making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify material. What's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit. The world says that seeing is believing, but what about hearing? Can you hear it? Throw your hands up and humble down as we stand up for the truth. It's the justice. If we can't lead ourselves, how we gonna lead the youth? So don't be deceived. There's no freedom when we're led by the flesh. There's no seeds for our fruit. That's our children. And all we got left is knowledge from a tree we dispute. We tear each other down when we should have been building.
That was pretty slap.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit, the world says that seat.
That's pretty off. All right, how about a thumbs up for some encouragement? I got 20 for you out there. All right, I need to get this right. Let's go. That ain't a good start. Should I stand? Ooh, shoot. My bladder. Oh, I had to take a break. Yeah, let's do a break, huh? And I'll be back. All right, let's go.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known.
Got my place.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but ain't got love, it's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit, but what up?
I'm not even looking at my lyrics, seriously. I got the first half memorized, and then I gotta look at the second half.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but don't got love, it's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone, so we glorify
Is anybody doing vocals on their live 3? Because I want to know if those locate buttons let me do some punch in real easy, then I will. But I'm super lazy because I could like save this first half and punch in.
Now I'm talking about those devils.
But I never punch in, so I end up like just wasting, a partial good take because I'm lazy and just rather just redo the whole thing.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but don't got love. It's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit. The world says that seeing is believing, but what about hearing? Can you hear it? Throw your hands up and humble down as we stand up for the truth. Now is the justice if we can't lead ourselves, how we gonna lead the youth? So don't be deceived, there's no freedom when we're led by the flesh. There's no seeds for our fruit, that's our children. And all we got left is knowledge from a tree we dispute. We tear each other down when we should have been building.
Yeah.
Don't got love, it's now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but don't got love. It's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit. The world says that seeing is believing, but what about hearing? Can you hear it?
Yeah, the flow, I think I am starting to improve a little bit on the writing. I wrote this probably like more than 4 years ago. So this is an old rap. So I think my flows are definitely improving. Not that I'm doing anything like consciously, it's just practice, and then it's coming a little more natural. And like I was saying earlier, this rap and a lot of my older raps before I got into this this track record of finishing songs, a lot of times there's no room in many spaces for breaths, and so I think it causes to go off the beat, lose breath, and then sound out of breath. So yeah, I mean, practice, everybody. That's the lesson. And I can't really. I have to do it out as it's written, because I'm not really trying to rewrite this. I'm just a little short of breath trying to get it all down. All right, let me do one more. I'm gonna try one more take. I'm gonna sit up in the chat, and then obviously like both of these verses are like shy of 16 bars, but I don't think I want to add. I like the point where they end, so I don't think I'll add any more lyrics. Just maybe like once I arrange it, just sprinkle something on there. I don't know. I don't know if maybe it's possible to like. Now that would be weird to chop off like a half a bar at the end or something. Okay. Get all that air in my lungs.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but don't got love. It's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit. The world says that seeing is believing, but what about hearing? Can you hear it? Throw your hands up and humble down as we stand up for the truth. Now is the justice if we can't lead ourselves, how we gonna lead the youth? So don't be deceived, there's no freedom when you're led by the flesh. There's no seeds for our fruit, that's our children. And all we got left is knowledge from a tree we dispute. We tear each other down when we should have been building. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a strong end. It's not a strong end at all.
Now I'm talking about those devils on that level up above, declaring peace but don't got love. It's all deceit, and that's because the ego takes a seat upon its throne, saying we don't need no God, we can do it on our own, making idols of the self, promoting things of flesh and bone. So we glorify material, what's forgotten is ethereal, also known as the spirit. The world says that seeing is believing, but what about hearing? Can you hear it? Throw your hands up and humble down as we stand up for the truth. Now is the justice if we can't lead ourselves, how we gonna lead the youth? So don't be deceived, there's no freedom when you're led by the flesh. There's no seeds for our fruit, that's our children. And all we got left is knowledge from a tree we dispute. We tear each other down when we should have been building. Come on. Yeah,
Should have been building. I guess I could add like one more line to that. Go back to the drawing board. So I guess I'm gonna do. Let's try one more take. I bet one more take at the hook.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah, yeah. Hallelujah. Yeah.
2018 Pro iPads first to get USB-C. Okay, appreciate that little bit of information. Narcotic got a 10th gen regular iPad with USB-C, not Lightning. Okay, that's useful information. Thank you. Underdog Herb, what's good? I appreciate that. Yeah, it takes practice. A little practice here and there goes a long way. Hit the thumbs up yesterday. Carry on, I appreciate it. Audio built in, what's good? Does anyone know what the free plugin is? Gonna be that airs dropping? Nah, but you know what? I think I will attempt to look into it and see what I can find or what I can speculate. Maybe we'll do a stream about that, just speculating. Always do the NPC speculation videos. Never done like a plugin. So we got what comes out next month is what they're saying. So yeah, I do want to look at what that is. I definitely signed up. I think this is interesting, dope. Okay, appreciate it. I think what I can say is that it's just what I needed. Fire awesome packs. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. You know, I just try to make packs that I would use. You know, obviously, I think that's what most people would do, is create something for yourself and then share it. I mean, why not? That's kind of how it was. Like the first pack that I ever put up for sale was a pack of just like drum samples, one shots that I had dug for over the years from when I started making music, when I started sampling, when I got my first MPC, the 1000. Give me a sec. And I had that sitting on my drive for like 10 plus years, you know, way before I started doing anything on YouTube. And I've always planned to like make packs and want to share them and sell them and stuff. And one day I was like, okay, I found this on a drive. I hadn't used it in a long time. And I was like, okay, let me put this up. And I think I put it up for $5 and, you know, promoted it on Facebook a little bit. A lot of people went and copped it. So, and I think I probably had sold it put it up on my birthday or something. So people were actually real cool about wanting to support. Might have been, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it is, man. Just make packs. Like the one that really geeked me out was, because it was initially like an idea for me. Lifted Noise was going to be just more about samples and creating these packs that were like, you know, lo-fi in a way, but more like vinyl inspired. And so then I think the next pack I made, I think you said you picked that one up, Tactical, is the vinyl one shot. So with that pack, that everything is dug for, is found off of vinyl and just sampled right off with the needle and turned into a key group. Yeah, so most of them are one shots, but in some of those one shot packs, if you're using it in the MPC, there's up to 3 samples in it, which was a cool little technique that I discovered to kind of stretch it out a little bit. Which, I mean, not that it's some crazy technique, but just using the pitch on your actual turntable will give you some better stretching than if you were to put one shot in the MPC and then stretch it along all the keys. Just gives you a little bit more, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's probably one of my favorite packs, although I don't end up using it much. It's more of like a one to use as sprinkles along with some other, you know, more articulated sounds, I think. Nobody asked what's good. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, that's part of the reason why I love it so much now. It's just most convenient. What effects am I running my vocals through? Not much. I could show you. I just have, let me zoom in here, I guess. Looks like my phone is starting to overheat, so I'll try to wrap this up a little bit here in a second.
Could you plug my thing? Because I want to watch my tablet without it now.
No, keep them on until I'm done, okay? And take it to the room. I'll do it when I'm done here, okay? Yeah, so you see I just have that's not too clear right now, huh? Just a channel strip. And I just got some light compression on that channel strip, and then I go, and a little bit of EQ, I think. And then the air compressor, and then the pair EQ, and then on top of that I have a reverb on the send, which is just the air reverb. That's it for now. So I try to do a little serial compression. I think that sounds better than just one compressor. Yeah, and usually I'd be using the mix box on the iPad. Not doing that today. I've been kind of wanting to move away from using that, and the main reason why I used Mixbox was to get the de-esser. That's what I paid. I paid like $80 for that app, just mostly to get the de-esser. I ended up, having a little channel strip that I use, but I haven't been using lately. Just been wanting to be fruitful and just be minimalist, just using the MPC stuff. Still hoping for a de-esser to show up in this machine, but instead of de-essing, what I've been doing on the pair EQ is really just carving out, I think, about 6K, just doing a cut with a bell curve or whatever type of EQ rather than a shelf, and making that pretty narrow, so that I'm just cutting out that narrow frequency around 6,000 hertz. So if I turn that off, then it's a little brighter. So it's not ideal to just be cutting that out because it could make it sound dull. But because I don't have a de-esser, that's helpful with the, those high pitch crackle plosives. Blatantly says it might be some sort of tape plug-in. Yeah, that's what I think most people were saying, like on FB. Some sort of vintage processing. Yeah, let's say I would like to know if anybody's done any vocals, or yeah, Hero, if you got the Live 3, have you made use of like the locate buttons and stuff on the MPC3, on the Live 3? Find any use for those? I have done vocals, but I'm gonna look into Punch In. He's talking about, I don't as much vocals on the MPC as Roll is. Yeah, so the Punch In is possible. You just gotta, go in here, and I don't really like setting it up. If I could maybe set it up with the buttons, I wouldn't be so lazy. And I think there might be a way of doing that with the Live 3. I know there's a loop point, but that might just be for the arranger. But possibly that works also, like if you could do like a loop in. Yeah, so when you want to punch in, you gotta look at your timeline, look at where the playhead lands when at the point that you want to record in, and then set it in here, set this all up. So man, I'm just kind of lazy, man. I gotta get rid of that laziness. But part of me is I just want to be able to perform it better anyways. My Live 2's down there on the floor, so it's in the case over there. Fab filter bundle. Yeah, that's outside of my scope. Unless I can get it in the MPC or like on an iPad. The locate buttons do help scroll through the arranger, but with clips you'll be able to do all that also. Yeah, but specifically for vocals. Can clips be used for vocals? I don't know. I really don't know much about what that clip functionality is like. I really wanted to try it, but it's just sad they didn't include it as part of the trial for the Pro Pack. Locate buttons are good when you don't want to touch the screen. Digging those white pads and silver caps. Yeah, it's a nice little combo. They're actually clear pads, so you get the light coming shining through the top. They do look kind of white though, just looking at it from here. But yeah, these are the clear ones. It's about 12:30. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Maybe I should let's try a vocal tuner on it. Hold on a sec. We gotta find out what key this is in.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I think it's D natural minor.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ooh, ah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Does not sound better with that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing praises to the Most High. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna chill out there, chat up a bit for a second with y'all, and then wrap it up here. So regardless of results, whenever I attempt to do something, I feel like even in just the attempt, that's success. You gotta claim that as a success. Because sometimes we just don't even try. We just feel burdened or discouraged to even try. So that's one thing I've been learning, in a positive outlook to keep when it comes to doing anything, having goals and endeavors, is if you at least show up, try, that's a success. If you didn't, I think that's a failure. I think that's more so a failure, just not showing up and trying, than it is trying and then your expectations are not met. Doesn't go quite as according to plan. So, because in the end, that's just practice. You gotta practice showing up and practice, get better. That's what it is. And so that's what I've been learning. I've been showing up, practicing, and it helps too, like looking back, some growth on many different little aspects for me, from video production to even just talking on camera, to writing raps, to recording, to making beats. Like there's been improvement. So I know a lot of y'all do videos too as well, but it's a good thing to have, just to kind of like gauge your progress. And so I'd say it's a success today. And I just got to go back to, finish some little touches up, add a couple lyrics at the end of these verses, and then I'll be good, and I can come back and do a couple more takes, or maybe I'll even punch in. I think you can record audio into the clips. Cool. Clips can be used with vocals, giving limitless takes. Okay, that's a good one. Can you comp between them though, like you would like in a arranger in most DAWs? Didn't know you had a live 1 and 2. So yeah, just grab this one. I've been talking about it a little just for the last week or so. I've just had it for a little bit of time. Yeah, so I could say, man, I've had this one since when it came out, but that wouldn't be true. I wish I was more like, like I I wish I was more like disciplined when it comes to gear, and could say that I have the same MPC Live that I started with this, and I started this YouTube channel with. That's what this whole thing was built off to begin with, man. That was a big help in growing a subscribership. Sometimes a Fab Filter Bundle will go on sale on iOS for half off. Oh, okay, so it is on iOS. Interesting. I don't really know anything about it. What are my biggest wishes for the next firmware update? I don't know if I really have any. Yeah, other than the de-esser is my biggest want. I'd like to see like I seen that they did some changes to the UI for the channel strip for like the desktop. I'd like to see that in here, but more so add some more to it. So I guess I'm just curious about like I'm pretty excited about seeing what this plugin is. It's cool to see, and it's gonna be free. So sign up for that. Chocolate Boy Swagger, appreciate it. So next time it does, I'm gonna grab it then. Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna look in to see what this plugin might be, and I think maybe we'll talk about that in the next stream. That's it. I gotta go though. I got a phone call from my wife, so I'm gonna see what she needs, and yeah, I attempted my goal for today. I'm happy. How about y'all? Getting something in? Got some goals for today? Go and get it. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. I appreciate the thumbs up. If I can get one more, if I jump out of here, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, I'll be back. You know me. Praise y'all, and peace to everyone. I'll see y'all on the next one.